As many of you know, we are into our first full week of tolling on the 520 bridge across Lake Washington. Money raised from the toll will go toward replacing the current bridge with a wider one with HOV lanes in each direction, which should help ease traffic congestion across Lake Washington. So how are things going so far? Well, here to update us are Patty Rubstello, the State DOT's Tolling and Systems Development Engineer, and traffic reporter Stephen Kilbreath from KING-5 and KMPS Radio. Thank you so much for being with us. Lots to talk about. This is kind of on everyone's mind this week, whether they live on the east side or not. But so, Patty, first of all, let us know how long the toll is going to be in place, how much is hoping to be raised from this.
Well, we're looking to raise about $1 billion with the tolls. That's to fund the current project that's out there today, replacing the bridge and the improvements to the east.
Okay, and so how long?
Well, right now, 30 years. We've essentially taken a mortgage out on the bridge, and we need to make those payments. So about 30 years.
And there are different toll amounts for people with good-to-go passes and not. So how does that work?
So depending on what time of day, the toll rate changes. Early in the morning, like 5 in the morning, it's $1.60. But during the peaks, morning and afternoon, it's $3.50. So it does change throughout the day.
So do your research when you're planning your
commute. Absolutely. Yep, plan ahead.
Okay, Stephen, so what do you think so far?
I think it's good. You know, the DOT gets a lot of non-credit when things go wrong, but this was actually pretty smart to have the rollout the holiday week, and then everybody's kind of getting used to it to kind of see the patterns on how it's going to be. And I am keeping a daily track of this on, okay, we've gone now almost a week with these tolls, and we still haven't paid off the bridge yet, so I'll let you know when it's all paid off. So
I know the 30-year mark, it's suddenly, oh, we got to settle in for this one.
Right, yeah.
I was curious if it was going to be like Carmageddon in L.A., where people freaked out over a freeway closure there, and then it ended up being the best commute ever because so many people just stayed off the roads. We saw a little bit of that at the beginning of the week, but that's probably not going to be reality.
Right. Well, yesterday, the first real commute of the tolling, my wife, for example, loved it. I mean, we're not going to love it at the end of the month when we get our statement in the mail, but we did, you know, it was wide open. And again, this morning, 520 was wide open. I think people are just getting used to how to get around it if they choose to get around it, or if they're going to pay, decide when they're going to, you know, if they want to be right before the toll increases at 7. The good thing about it is the times are listed, and it's not adjusted by traffic. It's adjusted by time, so you know when the tolls are going to go
Right. Now, one of the things that we have learned is that the good-to-go pass doesn't work with some model cars based on the windshield that they have, some 40 different models of cars. So what is that all about, and how can people get around that?
So, yeah, there's some metallicized material that's in some windshields, and so our passes don't work if you have that. But we do have, we call it the license plate pass, and it mounts on your license plate, so that's an option that drivers have to utilize that instead.
So just because you have that windshield doesn't mean that you cannot have a good-to-go pass?
Well, or you go with license plate. You can pay with your license plate.
Versus the sticker. Right. And how can people find out if their car has one of these windshields? What should they be looking for?
Well, the best way is on our website. We do have a listing of all the vehicles that we know that have this issue. But of course, new models come out, so we're learning just as drivers learn.
Okay. And you have some other transponder things here that we can look at. What are all of these that
we do?
Have?
This is the cheapest one. This is the $5 sticker pass. This one you can get in our retail outlets as well as going online or our customer service centers. And it's the sticker pass. We also have a motorcycle one. So if you have a motorcycle, a movable pass. So if you want to just move one from vehicle to vehicle, you can utilize this one. And then this one's our switchable pass, and it's movable as well, but if you're using 167 hot lanes and you're carpooling, you don't have to pay. So this one, actually, you can turn it off so you're not paying when you're carpooling.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So with all these options, we can't get out of it.
Right.
There you go.
Right. They're going to know one way or the other.
Right.
A New Day viewer on Twitter asked, where does the signage to inform people about the 520 toll begin? She wanted to know specifically for visitors to the Seattle area.
Well, all of our guide signs that lead people to where 520 is have signage on that lets you know it's a toll bridge. And so I did a check, and if you're in University District, you see 5 signs before you cross telling you. Woodinville, you see 11. So I think we've covered the bases for those who want to use 520.
So keep your eyeballs off your cell phone and on the road, and you should know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Have we seen, and again, time will tell, I know, but have we seen any dramatic impact yet on other routes, on I-90? Susie, our audience coordinator, talked about it a little bit earlier. On side streets, I mean, as people are finding their ways around, do you think they're going to try new routes and then go back to where they once were. This is a live look at 90, which looks pretty good right now, but it's not a major commute.
That's the hard thing. Over a lake, there's not many options for you right now. I mean, I-90 is definitely another choice, and we have seen an increased impact. I think 25% increase the first 2 days of tolling on 520, saw a 25% increase on I-90. And the 522 North route also saw an increase, but not as much as I think was expected.
So we're maybe talking about other people who would use those roads normally should expect 10, 15 minutes longer on their commute impact?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
And we're seeing about 7 to 10 minutes on I-90 and about 5 minutes on 522. So yeah, there is some increased delay there.
But so far, so good.
Yeah.
We know how our traffic can be, so that's not too bad. Patty, one last question. A New Day viewer on Facebook wants to know, are there plans to add a toll on I-90?
Well, there's no specific plans. We have studied it, but it is a legislative process. They need to decide it as well as the federal government. So it's out there, but no for sure thing yet.
Okay, so for now, just look for that 30-year mortgage on the 520 and look forward to those HOV lanes. So in the grand scheme of things, it should pay off for us.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. So many people have questions about this. And you can get the latest on the 520 tolling and commute on King-5 News at noon, right after New Day. Also follow Stephen and King-5 traffic anchor Tracy Taylor for updates on your daily commute, no matter where you live in Western Washington. They have all the information. We've also posted a link to the state DOT's 520 development project and tolling information on our website, so you should be set. Still ahead, a unique musical yoga lesson. Don't go away.